Well, hello there and welcome to what will hereby be known as the Glow Up With Me vlogs. So yes, as you probably guessed from the title, this series of videos is going to be centered around trying to have a little bit of a life glow up, trying to sort my shit out, trying to become my next level best self and all of that good stuff. And you might be wondering, where is this series coming from? It is halfway through the year. Isn't this more of like a January thing? We started the year in a very severe lockdown. It actually seems like such a blur looking back on it. Now that life is starting to get back to normal, I have noticed that things are just moving really fast again. I have found that I have been back to being busy, go. I feel like the last few months have been really indulgent. I have been going for so many brunches, lunches, dinners. A lot of the really healthy habits that I built for myself during lockdown are kind of starting to go out the window. Just felt kind of tired, a little bit drained. I didn't feel as motivated, and mentally I feel like I was getting a little bit frazzled. It's not necessarily a sad or really low emotion, it's just feeling like a little bit scatty, and I know that I'm not at my best when I'm feeling like that. I'm actually so curious to see if anybody watching was feeling the same, because I know that if I'm feeling something, it is highly likely that others are feeling it as well. There are certain practices and healthy routines that I do that really work to help just keep me, I don't know, feeling like my best self, which is, you know, that's the aim all the time, isn't it? We always want to be feeling like our best selves. So what I thought would be a fun thing to do with this series is to share with you guys how I kind of bring myself back to center. But it's about just being as healthy as possible, starting new exercise routines, which I'm actually embarking on now, which I can't wait to share with you. We're going to be looking at doing a closet clear out, which I am in dire need of. We're going to be looking at a beauty clear out. I'm also going to be doing the apartment. I just want to give it a little bit of a refresh. And then of course we're going to be doing a beauty glow up as well, because I love an at-home beauty treatment or any kind of beauty treatment. I just love them. I feel like they're part of my self-care routine. They make me feel good. I feel like there is so much to cover. What we're gonna do in this video is just get started, because that's always the most difficult part, isn't it? Like the first couple days, the first day, the morning, it's always the most difficult part. So today is Monday, it is the 26th of July. So we actually have a holiday booked for about a month's time now, which I am so excited about. We're gonna be going to Malta for a whole week. I feel like it's giving me a great like marker goal for getting started on this glow up journey, because I really want to feel like when I'm on that trip that I'm back to my kind of best self. I want to feel like I've kind of put in the work ahead of it. If you are watching this and you feel like you also could do with a little bit of help glowing up some areas of your life, let me know in the comments below if you're going to join in. First thing that is on the agenda is a healthy food shop. I always do my food shops on a Monday, and I actually want to go and get this done ahead of 12 o'clock because I have a workout class booked in, which I'm going to tell you about later. So let's go and do a healthy food shop, and I will check in when I'm back and I will let you know what I picked up. Here is a quick look at a weekly food shop. Now, there would usually be a lot more veg here, but it's actually already in the fridge from the weekend. So we have like courgettes, mushrooms, carrots, broccoli, like other different types of veg that I roast. So I didn't get as much veg. I did pick up some more like tomatoes and stuff, but just quickly go through it. We've got some rye crackers, which I love to have with cottage cheese. These multi-seed thins are great. I actually pop them in the freezer because we don't have them all the time. But if you want some bread or to make like a sandwich or something, they're really handy. Apples, smoked salmon. Oh, these hash browns are great. They're kept in the freezer and I cook them in the air fryer. Tomatoes. This is it's like Special K. It's like fiber with like fruit in it, which actually in the hot weather, a bowl of cereal is so nice. Really nice chestnut mushrooms, grapes. We eat a lot of 0% Greek yogurt. This is so nice for making just like yogurt and nuts and berries during the day. These flat peaches I've actually never tried before, but I'm just picking up, like, there's so much good fruit in season, so I'm getting loads of like peaches, plums, nectarines and stuff like that. They're just so tasty. So Joseph mostly eats the chicken. I don't have too much of it. Sometimes if he cooks it, I have it. There's also some skimmed milk here for cereal. Oh, I love these little snack carrots. Are so handy. I just grab them. You just eat them as is. They're great. Oh, I saw these chocolate toasting waffles that looked really, really nice, so I got them. These are, oh my god, I love these stuffed vine leaves. Oh my god, they're so good. They don't have them all the time though. Loads of eggs because I end up boiling them. If you saw my what I eat in a day video, I boil eggs in like batches of 7 and just eat them from the fridge. They're so good. Loads of bananas. We love bananas. Salads, blueberries. There's some garlic there. More eggs. And that's like a rough weekly shop, but again, there's a lot more veg in the fridge that I roast. So if you add in a bit more veg, then that is probably our typical weekly shop. Actually, there's loads of broccoli here, and that's pretty much it. So I need to quickly put all this away because I have Pilates at 12. It's the reformer Pilates, the thing that's like on the machine. It's amazing. It is such a good workout, and I'm also doing it to like try and correct my posture, which I feel like I should talk about in itself later. But I don't have a lot of time because Pilates is at 12 and I need to clear this away and then get ready and go. So I'll check back in later. Okay, so I am back from Platinum Pilates, which was amazing. Oh my god, the sessions are so good. Oh my god, what is this? I'm just out of the shower. This is like my little hair turban, just to let my hair try and dry naturally a little bit. Let's just tuck that straggler in there. But I'm gonna do like a little impromptu what I eat in a day, because at the moment it's not that warm today, but it has been really, really warm recently. In the summer months, my diet obviously switches up. The last time I did a what I eat in a day was in late January, so it was very different food, very different cravings. I'm gonna start by showing you my morning protein smoothie. I would have had this morning after my walk with Remy. We do an hour, maybe like 6 or 7k in the morning. We go down and walk the pier. It's lovely. But I need to do a food shop because we had no bananas and we had no coffee. So I had a bowl of cereal. It was like this kind of special cake, kind of flakes thing with frozen blueberries. So that's what I had in the morning because I cannot do a food shop on an empty stomach. So now is a good time to have a protein shake because I'm also starving. But I'll show you what I put in it because it's actually so good and so tasty, and it really, really fills me up, and I feel like it's pretty healthy as well. I showed it in one of my latest vlogs and I got questions, so I'm going to run you through everything now. So I start with my protein powder, and the one that I use is this one called the Diet from My Protein. It is the chocolate brownie flavor. It tastes really good and it's really filling. I'm such a sucker for decanting things. I just find it way easier to just grab and go in the morning, so I do that with my protein. It is decanted, so I just get a little scoop. So I usually do like not a full scoop, like around that much. Chuck that in. Next up, I will do a scoop of oats. These are gluten-free oats that I get in Lidl, and again, it just really, really fills me up. If you remember my first what I eat in a day video, which was in winter, I always have porridge in the mornings, so I feel like working this into my smoothie is a great way to like just bulk it up, and it's so filling and so tasty. So again, I do like not a full scoop, just like maybe around this much. Chuck it in. And then the next thing that I do is I include a healthy scoop of this mix. This stuff is a mix of lots of different linseeds, milled chia seeds, like milled seeds. Do you know those packets that you get in either health food shops? You can also get them in like Lidl, Aldi and Tesco, and they're like all those healthy kind of milled grains that you're supposed to add into like smoothies or like soups or shakes or drinks or whatever. I just mix them all together. I buy a rake of them. I think there's actually spirulina powder in here too. I buy loads of the pouches. They're really affordable, especially in Lidl. They're like great value. And then I mix them all in here, and then I just get one healthy scoop. I don't want to get too much, but I get one healthy scoop and throw that in again. So it's just adding in extra like goodness. So I just chuck them all in. Then to add a little bit more flavor, I use a little scoop of this powdered peanut butter. This is high fiber, it's from My Protein again. It's not too expensive and it lasts for quite a while, and it gives it just that little bit more of like a sweet kind of taste. I love it. So I just pop in a scoop of that. Then just to add in another little bit of sweetness, I have this sugar-free syrup. This is 0 sugar, low calorie vanilla flavor, and I just put a little squirt of this. I actually was using honey, this runny honey I was using, but I was actually pretty heavy-handed with it, and I feel like it probably just tastes as good just to include this, and this doesn't have as much like sugar or calories in it, so I just figured that a swap was probably a good thing to do. But like, you could easily put honey in and I'm sure it's not going to be that bad. Like, honey is good for you, but I'm using this right now. So then I also go in with either a half or a full banana depending on how big they are, and again, this adds like a really nice flavor. It makes it really creamy and filling, and it's just an extra bit of goodness as well. And like, when I say this smoothie is so filling, like it is a proper breakfast. Like, it has oats, bananas, loads of goodness, you know, your protein powder. Usually I would add in some collagen powder, but I'm actually run out of it at the moment, so I need to pick that up. And then I just go in with loads of ice and water. So I'll show you what it looks like now just before I blend it. So we picked up an ice machine last year, and I swear I get so much use out of it, especially for my morning smoothie. And now I'm drinking iced coffees as well, so I'm actually getting through a lot of ice. So if you're someone who loves it, and if you don't have one of those fridges that dispenses ice, an ice machine is actually a good investment, to be fair. So now we have the ice, the water, and all the ingredients. And just before I blend it, I almost forgot, I have a lot of these flavor drops from My Protein, and for my morning smoothie I like to use 2 chocolate drops, and I also use 2 toffee drops as well. And again, it just makes it really like a milkshake. It makes it taste so good. I've got 2 other ones here that I love to use in my coffee. I like to use a bit of the hazelnut and the vanilla, again, to give my iced coffee like that kind of Starbucks like barista vibe. But for my smoothies in the morning, the toffee and the chocolate are perfect. The consistency comes out like super creamy. Honestly, this is such a nice thing to have in the morning, especially in the warmer weather. So I decant it into this handy little Starbucks cup, which I use every morning either for my iced coffee or my smoothie. And I'll actually link it in the description, and I will also link my Nutribullet, because this thing, the Nutribullet, is the greatest thing ever. I bought this when I first moved to Dublin. I think it was nearly 8 years ago now, and recently I bought replacement cups on Amazon. It was maybe like 10-12 pounds for like the replacement big and small cups, and I've had the same blender head and the same blender for, no joke, 8 years now. Like, it is so good. It doesn't owe me a penny. So if you're looking for a good blender, I will link this below. The Nutribullet is so amazing. Like, it's really lasted. I actually never thought I would get that long out of like a kitchen device that I use pretty much every day, but can't recommend them enough. So just as I finished my smoothie, the doorbell went, and I got a delivery from O'Donnell's Crisps. They're actually launching their new crinkle cut furrows, which look divine. I love a crisp. I'm such a savoury gal. But they also sent this beautiful, it's like a charcuterie grazing board from Gloss Grazing. Gloss is Irish for green. And actually, I mean, this is probably more indulgent than the ones that I would usually make, but for my lunch around like 2 p.m. I typically make something that's not too dissimilar to this, especially in the heat. I have like a nibbles board that has like olives, tomatoes. I usually have some pickles. They have like little mini cornichons here. But what I would usually do is like, I wouldn't have the cheese and I wouldn't have the ham, but I would make like a nibbles board with cottage cheese on rye. I would also have like a boiled egg, like very much like a summer salady nibbles situation. A bit more indulgent than my usual nibbles board, but I feel like this isn't a typical what I eat in a day anyway. I'll probably nibble at this for the day before dinner. So another thing I always do on either a Sunday or a Monday is I get some fresh eggs and I boil them in my little egg cooker. So you can see here they have these little pin marks on top. The measuring cup has a little, you can see that. It has a little needle point thingy at the bottom that you can use to prick little holes in them so they cook better. And then I just pop the lid on, switch it on. They usually cook in like 6 or 7 minutes. I do them hard boiled, and then I will shell them and then put them in like a little plastic container in the fridge, and then I will use them for like salads. If I'm doing roasted veg and salmon, I'll throw an egg in on top, or I just grab them as a snack. Like, I love a hard-boiled egg so much. All right, so it's a few hours later. I've been out for the evening walk with Remy, and I'm actually just prepping dinner. It's almost ready to go in the oven, but I completely forgot to film it, so let me show you what I have. So here's the remnants of some of my veg that I chopped. So I basically have a huge pan of chopped vegetables ready to go into the oven. So we have some courgettes, some broccoli, mushrooms, there are some radishes in there, there is some chopped peppers, oh my gosh, there's some seeds. What else do we have? Sometimes I throw some carrots in there, and then I put nice seasoning on it, like loads of spices and herbs, and then that goes into the oven for about 25 minutes. And then I usually have this with a really nice salmon darn, and then I often have some rice with it. But I'm going to pop this in the oven and I will show you when it's done. Okay, so my roasted veg is done. It looks delicious. And then these are the salmon fillets that I was talking about. They're so handy. I get at least like maybe 3 packs of these in the weekly shop, and then myself and Joseph just have them either for lunch or for dinner, and they're ready to go. They're already cooked and they're so tasty. You can get ones with like other toppings, but my favorite are just the plain ones. They're amazing. Okay, so it is 10 p.m. I'm already in my pajamas. The retainer is in, the nighttime skincare is on. I actually have this absolutely gas looking sleeping hair bun. I actually need to show this to you properly. It's like a sleep-in hairstyle. You like wrap your hair around this donut and then you put it in a little hairnet, but usually it settles into like really nice waves and it's heatless. Actually, this glow up series is going to be featuring me like trying different things like that, like at-home beauty methods, well-known beauty hacks and stuff like that, just to see if they work, and if they do I can share them with you. But I wanted to wrap up this vlog. My camera battery is already dying. Also, I'm laughing that like literally not a stitch of makeup on me for the whole vlog, but hey, that's real life. It was very much a Monday admin day today, but I got a good bit of work done. But I also have my 2 little notebooks with me. I have my diary. This is my legend planner. It's like a law of attraction planner that I use as my regular organizer. I've been a little bit neglecting it recently, but I've been trying to get back into it because it has like your weekly, daily goals and breakdowns and stuff. And then I just have a regular notebook that I use for a little bit of journaling, goal setting, like law of attraction kind of manifest stuff, and like scripting and stuff like that. And it's so nice to do, so I'm trying to get myself back into the routine of doing it because it always makes me feel so good. So like I said, there are lots more videos to come in this series, so if you're interested in that, then definitely stick around and be sure and subscribe if you have not already, because I upload new videos every single week and I would love to have you back for more. So my battery is just about to die, so I will leave it there and I will see you on my next one. Bye!